This week, we take a ProMaster camper van to the mountains for a camping adventure and see what we think of van life in this super high roof van conversion by Noovo. Kate and I are back in a ProMaster camper van, but not any ProMaster camper van. This is the Noovo Plus LB for lift bed, and the thing that stands out with this is it has a 7-foot height inside. This is on the ProMaster super high top, which means you get some extra room in here, and we're looking forward to spending the next week around the Nevada area testing this thing out and seeing what we think about it. The last ProMaster van we drove was a 2016 model year. While the cab layout hasn't changed much, a few features have, like the upgraded rear view camera, which is a nice touch. The first stop for our week-long camper van trip was the grocery store to stock up on supplies. Since this ProMaster camper is built on the extended chassis at just under 21 feet, we knew parking wouldn't be a problem.
Now, you all know I love ice cream. So when there is a large freezer in a camper, I can have larger ice cream. I also really like the little drawer that's in here.
It is a nice size refrigerator. I will hold it for you.
Thank you. Now that we are all stocked up on groceries and essentials, we can go find some camping.
With the temperatures pushing 90 degrees Fahrenheit, we couldn't wait to head up into the mountains in search of cooler air. The surround camera on this van was a welcome feature, especially when backing out of parking spots. We definitely didn't have anything like this on our old ProMaster. Another nice upgrade is the adaptive cruise control, which makes long drives way more comfortable. Thankfully, this was a short and easy drive as we headed into the Spring Mountains National Recreation Area. Our first spot where we were going to plan to spend the night is closed. I think it's still closed for the season. There's snow up on the mountains. So we're going to try another campground and see what we can find. Out of all the times we've visited the Las Vegas area, this was actually our first time exploring Mount Charleston, where the temps were hanging out in the cool 50s. Well, we got the last spot at the campground. It is gorgeous. Plus, it's nice and cool. There's actually still some snow on the ground, so it's a lot better than down in Vegas where it was quite warm. All right, I say we get set up and make some dinner. I think with that view, we're gonna have to make the most of this lounge area while we're at this campground. So I'm gonna get dinner started and then we can just relax for the rest of the evening. Tonight, I'm making patty melts. So we're gonna fry up some burger patties that we found at the store and then I'll melt them into a sandwich. This is your van life tip of the day. When you're cooking in the van, if you want to keep a lot of the smells and things outside, what you can do is open your sliding door, turn the fan on, but put the fan so the flow is coming in, and that'll push all the smell outside. I still can't get over the ceiling height in here. I mean, it's pretty tall and it makes this feel a lot bigger than it is. So this is the monitor for the Rixton system, which is a gas-fired furnace and hot water heater. And when you turn on the hot water heater, it'll actually show you the temperature gauge. So right now it's red, which means the water is hot. And with a 30-gallon fresh water tank, Kate was not shy about letting the water run while doing the dishes. All right, I think it's time to chill out in the lounge and get ready for bed. We're gonna get the bed set up. It's the first time we've done this, but I have a pretty good handle on how you're supposed to do it. The nice thing is we can leave this area set up and leave the bed made. So we just have to bring the bed down. Oh, there's plenty of room for me to sit up in here. Plus I have access to the outlets and USB cord so I can charge my device while I'm in bed. Nice. Windows are right here. Get airflow. Lights. Excited for our first night in the Noovo Plus.
Thank you for my water. Okay, well, make your coffee and we can have croissants.
Cheers. So Kate and I have been working all day. It is after 3, and we've actually been filming the walkthrough for this Noovo Plus LB, so you can find that on our YouTube channel. It's time to have this bottle of wine. So this bottle is actually the family vineyard of one of the partners at Neuvo. They gave that to us for our camping adventure. Are you ready for some wine?
Hook me up.
Let's see, we got wine glasses. There we go. And with the owners being French, they supplied corkscrews for us. They designed, well, you can't see it from that side, but they designed these pantries to fit bottles of wine. I don't even know why I'm pulling the knife part out. It's not what I need right now. Well, actually it is. Cheers. And I hope you all enjoy the walkthrough. Oh, that's nice. That is good. I also have pate and olives. Kate took pity on me and she's putting the charcuterie plate together. Thank you.
I got this. It's not the prettiest board I put together, but it'll do.
All right, it is almost 7:30. I am calling it quits for the night, but it's starting to get a little chilly up here in the mountains. I think I'm going to turn the heat on and start to warm this place up a little bit. All right. So this heat actually runs off the fuel tank of the van. So I'm going to turn the furnace on and set the temperature. Let's go to 68. There we go. And the fan speed's at 75%. I think that'll be good. I will say, if we owned this van, the first modification I would make is putting a pool noodle right on this edge, because I keep forgetting it's there, and when I walk in, I whack my head, and on the way out, I whack my head. Now the question is, where'd you put my Kindle?
That is an excellent question. It should be up there somewhere.
Lost in the void. Okay. Nope, not in there. Oh, here we go. I do like this stool. It's convenient.
While Joe reads, I am going to take a shower. Loved the shower. I especially loved the shower head. I wish we had this in our camper. It was excellent, and I love the spray that was coming out of here with all the different settings. So I might have to figure out the brand and see if we can put this in our camper. And the shower pressure was very good, and the water was very hot. So perfect shower to end the day.
Good morning, sunshine.
Ew.
I'm gonna sit and have my coffee. You good if I put the bed up?
Yes.
Okay. I promise I won't crush you.
I trust you. Feels like I'm in a loft bed. I still have plenty of room.
Well, I thought I could sit under here with Kate in bed and me putting this up part way, but I'm just too tall to fit underneath here when I'm sitting. But if we wanted to, we could convert this back area into a second bed and have people over, or if we had kids or something else, they could stay down here. That said, I'm going to have my coffee up front.
Well, now that I've ridden the lift bed up and down a few times this morning, I think it's time to get up. Time to pack up and head on to our next destination. Pretty much ready. We just gotta turn the front seats around.
See, like that. Much easier. These shades are very robust. We almost drove off without dumping the toilet. Let's see. I love how easy the cassette toilet is. Our first stop was the Spring Mountain Visitor Gateway. Kate never misses a chance to check out a visitor center, and this one definitely left a lasting impression. Alongside the usual exhibits, it featured a unique viewing experience that showcased the area's diverse landscapes, plants, and wildlife, from the lowest elevations all the way up to the highest peaks. Ooh, check out these firewood prices.
Got some good tips on what to see around Spring Mountain, and also got some good tips on what campgrounds are open and what roads we should not drive down in the ProMaster van.
As the woman inside said, even with her truck, there are a number of these roads she wouldn't go down, but she did give us some suggestions as to other roads we would be fine on. So we're gonna drive around and see what we find. Next stop of the day, the Desert View Overlook. What's interesting about the Spring Mountains is how quickly the landscape changes. In a very short drive, we went from desert valleys to alpine forests. The rangers also mentioned there are many wild horses roaming the area, including the campgrounds. Spotting one would have made Kate stay. Pretty nice view for lunch.
Agreed. How does turkey sandwich sound?
Sounds good to me.
go with one slice, but I fold mine in half.
Simple.
And delicious.
I enjoy cooking on induction stovetops, but I just found a flaw with them. As it's heating, it creates vibrations. And I don't know if you can quite see it, but the pot is kind of running away on me because we're off level here. And I have to keep moving it back to center, and then it'll slide back along. So just have to keep an eye on it when we're not level. All right, off to the next spot.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Nevada 156 North. Your destination will be on the left.
When you've been boondocking as long as we have, you can kind of get a visual idea of how level places are. And when I pulled in, I saw this spot and I was like, oh, I can make this work. So I pulled in, parked it. I went and I checked with the level on my phone, and it's perfectly level side to side and a little bit low in the front, which is just right. But Kate doesn't like this spot because of the wash right there that goes right where you step out. So I'm going to move it and see if I can find a different spot. We found a spot. It's not level, but we did put some rocks under the tires to help even it out. Now, the issue with boondocking when you're around the hills or the mountains is you almost never find a flat spot because everything is always either going down or up. You just have to kind of work with the terrain. We're not carrying leveling blocks with us. If we did, it'd be a lot easier. I found a new use for the step stool. Now this chair is comfy. I like the view out this side. Well, it is currently 2 p.m. What time would you like dinner?
I'm open.
Chef Joe has something special in mind for Kate. I know she loves pasta, so I'm going to make her a nice pasta dish for dinner.
One of the reasons I love having pasta, especially when we're camping, is because whenever I went tent camping as a child, my parents always made spaghetti. So whenever we have pasta when we're out camping, it just brings back wonderful memories of my childhood.
So I've got a chicken sausage. And what I'm going to do is, we don't have any real cooking supplies, so I'm going to take the pasta, toss it in with the sausage once it's cooked, kind of fry it up a little bit, and then I'll put the sauce over top of it.
Ooh, so excited. It smells delicious.
So I always ask Kate to serve us because I'll make a total mess if I do.
Bon appetit.
All right, give her a taste, see how it is.
Okay. sauce has a little kick to it, spicy.
Good.
Thank you. The dishes are done and I feel like lounging, so I'm gonna convert this into a day bed. Okay, lounge time.
What do you think?
I like it. It's very comfortable.
We should probably also mention that there are 4 seat belts back here, lap belts, 2 on either side.
They're hidden over here.
There they are.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch a movie or listen to an audiobook.
You enjoy. I'm going to stay up front reading my book.
Sounds good. It is another beautiful morning here in the Spring Mountains. Joe is hanging back having some coffee. I'm going to go for a little bit of a stroll and check out this camping area. Look who decided to join.
I figured we're headed down into the valley today, and it's supposed to be about 100 down there. It's gorgeous and cool here, so I figured why not go for a little walk on the dirt while we're out here, see the area. This has been a great place to boondock because it's quiet and there aren't a bunch of people driving around. So Kate and I are just scoping out some different places for the next time we come out here. The only problem is you really need leveling blocks or something because this whole area is just sloped downward into the valley. After a delicious breakfast of fried pasta, we made the descent down to Las Vegas. Kate and I really enjoyed our time in the Spring Mountains and look forward to exploring more of it the next time we're in the area. Kate and I decided to get a bit of a workout in, so we're going to go in and do that, grab some showers, maybe go get something to eat, some other things, but Kate figured out an interesting security feature of this van. So you can lock the bed in place, and what she did is she took her valuables, stuck them up here, put the bed up, and then you can actually lock this, take the key with you, and then no one can bring the bed down and take your stuff if they break in. Excellent workout, very nice showers. I rate all the Planet Fitnesses by how nice their showers are. But I will say, the shower in here was quite nice. Last night, I took probably a 10 or 12 minute shower. I used a quarter of the water, but it was fantastic. Plenty of room to move around, get clean, and just sit there and enjoy the hot water for a while. But it's also nice to go in the gym and take a full-blown shower. That said, I think Kate has some food options for us.
I did find a Chinese noodle restaurant, hand-pulled noodles. I'm so excited to try it. But first we gotta get Joe caffeinated.
I think it's getting into the 90s and it's pretty warm in here. So I put the AC on, and this has 660 amp hours of battery. So we should be able to run the AC for quite a while. Plus we're getting some solar and we'll be driving, so that helps charge the battery while we're going, and it should keep us topped off. So we just filled up and the average MPG was just under 12. That's not very impressive. However, we only drove about 70 miles, so it's not really a good representation. Plus, when we picked this up in Las Vegas, we went straight into the mountains. So we went from about 2,500 feet in elevation to 8,000. That takes a big toll on your MPG. From what I was seeing driving on the highway, my expectation would be somewhere between 14 to 16 MPG, depending on how you're driving, maybe even a little bit higher. The only thing that is always strange about the ProMaster is the seating arrangement. So it takes a little while to get used to it, but once you get used to it, you kind of begin to work around it.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto the ramp to Goose Woodbury Beltway North, Clark County Road 215.
I have to say, one of the things I do love about the ProMaster is its turning radius, which is fantastic. now that those noodles are in my belly and they're expanding, I'm ready for a nap. It is so hot down here. I think what we're gonna do is head back up into the mountains and maybe go back to the campground we were at a couple nights ago. But I will say we've been running the AC and it has been keeping up really well with this desert heat. So I'm impressed, but it's gonna be a lot cooler up at 7,000 feet tonight. Oh, to underscore my point earlier about the MPGs. So on the drive over here with highway traffic and street driving, we averaged 15.3 miles per gallon. So on normal everyday roads, it's a lot better. Going up into the mountains, obviously it's going to be worse. Well, the campground we were going back to was full. So we started driving around and found this great little boondocking spot. And we'll spend the night here, and tomorrow we're dropping the van off and heading home. So that is it for this video. I'd love to know what you think of the Noovo Plus LB down in the comments below, so let us know. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of our content, head on over to our YouTube channel at We're the Russos, and we'll see you next time. Bye. This video is sponsored by Neuvo.